I was in my farmhouse yard, watching my disabled daughter, Emma, now 7, maneuver her wheelchair with a smile, when a shriek pierced the air. Karen Miller, HOA tyrant, stormed onto my county land, grabbed Emma's wheelchair, and hurled it with shocking force, sending it tumbling 600 meters down a hill into a ditch. "Your kid's chair is an eyesore," she screamed as Emma cried, stranded on the grass. Karen, who'd broken into my house, tried to seize my field, and smash my window, had crossed a monstrous line, attacking my daughter on HOA-exempt county land. She didn't know my security cameras caught every second. Emma's wheelchair was federally protected medical equipment, and I, Sarah, the farmer, Meadow Mart owner, conservationist, SWAT trainer, and federal health inspector, had the law and a mother's wrath on my side. Her assault wasn't just cruel, it was a federal crime, and I was ready to make her pay. I rushed to Emma, phone filming, as Karen ranted about HOA standards. Neighbors ran over, horrified. This wasn't just an attack. It was Karen's most despicable act, blind to Emma's disability and my authority. My heart shattered, but fury surged. She thought she could harm my daughter? I was about to turn her violence into a viral reckoning, with my evidence as the gavel. What unfolded wasn't just rescuing Emma's chair. It was a masterstroke of justice, federal power, and community rage that left Karen in cuffs, her HOA destroyed, and Crescent Meadows fiercer. My cameras weren't just tech. They were her doom, and the police were closing in. Karen's tantrum was her darkest mistake, and Emma's strength would bury her. Crescent Meadows was a bold suburb, its wildflower lawns, painted fences, and my Meadow Mart cafe a defiant stand against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once crushed by bans on cluttered yards and unapproved equipment, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state-leased farmland and my farmhouse on unincorporated county land as its heart. My yard, where Emma played, was HOA-exempt, safeguarded by county and federal disability laws. I'm Sarah, the farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, Meadow Mart owner, and federal health inspector who'd crushed Karen 23 times, buying Meadow Mart after her farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my tow tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traore, ejecting her security patrol, protecting the Thompsons, winning court for my wrecked car, defending my mom's Colt stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, grounding her airline stunt, nailing her bank meddling, restoring my water pipe, towing her SUV, saving my mom's nurse, rescuing Emma from her kidnapping, saving Liam from her brick attack, foiling her field grab, and scaring her with my bear Bruno. Emma, my disabled daughter, relied on her custom wheelchair protected under the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a vicious bully, her clipboard a twisted prop for her control obsession. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she targeted Emma's wheelchair, claiming it lowered property values. Unaware that her actions violated federal disability laws and my land was untouchable. Her attack, backed by a few HOA loyalists, was a desperate bid to dominate, blind to my cameras and Emma's rights. Key allies included my mother, Ellen, a sharpshooter with dialysis, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored my lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress-turned-leader, and the Thompsons, especially Dr. James Thompson. Deputy Harris, my SWAT friend, led the response, and my FBI contact, Agent Lorachun, was ready to escalate. The Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital pulse, would ignite the fight. The setting was a bright April morning in 2025 in my farmhouse yard on a county road where Emma practiced wheelchair turns. Karen had stormed in, leaving a fake violation notice, and thrown Emma's chair into a ditch 600 meters away. My security cameras, wired for home and yard safety, captured her rage and the chair's flight. Neighbors, hearing Emma's cries, gathered in shock. Karen's assault was a federal crime, and her ignorance of my power was her fatal error. This wasn't just about a wheelchair. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, It was a chance to protect Emma, expose Karen's cruelty, and unite our community. As I filmed, I knew this fight would echo our victories and redefine our town's strength. Karen's attack was pure malice. "Your daughter's chair ruins our view," she yelled, pointing to the ditch where Emma's wheelchair lay mangled. Emma sobbed, clutching me as I filmed, shouting, "This is county land, Karen. You've assaulted my disabled daughter." Her smirk faded. She hadn't known the chair's legal status. I called Harris, who roared, "That's felony assault and ADA violation. She's done." Ellen, by my side, texted my inspector badge, saying Karen's finished. Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting she attacked a disabled child. Federal charges. I alerted Agent Shun, who snapped, "This is FBI jurisdiction. We're coming." Neighbors swarmed, filming the ditch. My forum post exploded. Karen threw my disabled daughter Emma's wheelchair 600 meters. I'm a federal inspector. Hashtag Karen hurt Emma and hashtag protect Emma's chair trended, hitting 4 million views. Jake, my barista, live streamed from Meadowmart, showing my badge and Emma's photo. Crescent Meadows demands justice, he said, hitting 5 million views. Lily handed out flyers about ADA laws, explaining, "Emma's chair is protected. Karen's a criminal." Karen rallied her HOA cronies, a trio with signs, "Enforce yard standards." But neighbors drowned them out, chanting Emma's chair. Mia, my farmhand, filmed the ditch, catching Karen's notice. I shared my camera clip. Karen assaulted Emma by throwing her wheelchair. The video hit 25 million views. James Thompson arrived, saying, "She targeted us too. We're testifying." His federal clout shook Karen's cronies. Harris's SWAT team and Chin's FBI unit arrived, securing the scene. "We've got her fingerprints on the chair," Chun said, showing me the mangled frame. I live-streamed, "Karen hurt Emma. She's caught." The stream hit 50 million views, with news helicopters circling. Comments flooded, "Sarah's a warrior. Karen's evil." Linda arrived with a county ADA officer, announcing Karen's actions are felony assault and disability discrimination. The crowd chanted Emma, Emma, as Karen's cronies fled. The FBI retrieved Emma's chair, confirming Karen's prints. Harris cuffed her as I held Emma, tears falling. Karen rambled, "The HOA's above you," but Chun held on my footage. "You're under federal arrest," she said. The forum planned an Emma's Strength Day at Meadowmart, with music and disability rights talks. Karen's lie about standards collapsed. My yard owed nothing. The stage was set, not just to arrest her, but to crush her reign and rally Crescent Meadows around Emma. Her attack was her end, and Emma's courage was my fire. My yard was a battleground of justice. Karen stood cuffed, trembling, as Harris and Chun questioned her. The livestream hit 80 million views, with hashtag Karen hurt Emma and hashtag protect Emma's chair trending globally. Neighbors packed the road, waving signs, "Emma's strength. No HOA cruelty." News crews broadcast live, anchors calling it a mother's fight versus HOA evil. The air crackled, and I was ready to bury Karen. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. "Sarah's yard is on county land, HOA exempt. Karen's attack on Emma's wheelchair violates federal ADA laws." He showed my badge and camera footage, proving her crime. Neighbors gasped, sharing the clips online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, "Sarah's our shield." Karen harmed Emma. The forum surged. "Karen's a monster. Sarah's our hero." A viral tweet read, "HOA Karen throws disabled girl's wheelchair 600 meters. Doesn't know mom's a federal inspector." Hashtag Karen hurt Emma. Karen screamed. Emma's chair was junk. But Chun held up my footage, stating, "You're on video, committing felony assault and ADA violations." Her face crumpled. She hadn't known the chair's protection. National disability rights groups joined X, posting, "Karen's attack on Emma is vile. Support Crescent Meadows." The Change.org petition, "Justice for Emma," hit 6 million signatures with comments like "Sarah's a legend" and "Karen's done." Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. "Emma's courage and Sarah's authority are our pride. Karen's cruelty threatens us all." She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $200,000 and ban all operations. The crowd roared, chanting Emma strong. The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. She's rogue. Neighbors guarded my yard as my farmhands patrolled the ditch. I grabbed the megaphone, heart pounding. Karen thought she could hurt my daughter, but I'm a federal inspector, and Emma's unbreakable. I proposed an Emma's Strength Day at Meadow Mart with accessibility workshops, music, and a fundraiser for disability aids, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to support Emma. I shared online. Karen's cruelty failed. Join us for Emma's Strength. The live stream hit 120 million views, with hashtag Emma's Strength Day trending. Comments flooded. Sarah's unstoppable. Karen's evil. Karen made a last stand, yelling at Chun, "The HOA's above you." But Rachel, my attorney, arrived with a federal indictment. "You're charged with assault, ADA violations, and trespass," she said, as Harris tightened her cuffs. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the FBI van. Jake's stream hit 150 million views, with comments like, "Bye, Karen." Emma wins. News ran headlines. Federal inspectors disabled daughter targeted by HOA Karen. Lily organized kids to paint Emma strong signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying, "Sarah and Emma protect our heart." Emma smiled, safe in my arms, as neighbors cheered. Chun secured my yard, and Linda promised county funding for an Emma's Haven sign, marking its status. The stage was set for a victory that would shield Emma, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but what happened next would shock everyone. The federal courthouse roared with justice as Karen faced trial. Emma's safe by my side. The live stream hit 180 million views, with hashtag Karen Hurt Emma and hashtag Protect Emma's Chair trending worldwide. Neighbors packed the gallery, waving Emma Strong signs as news crews filmed. I held the megaphone, my roles as federal inspector, conservation head, and SWAT trainer now a verdict, my evidence our blade, ready to bury Karen. Judge Torres, a federal veteran, called order. "Ms. Miller, you're charged with assault, ADA violations, and trespass," he said. Rachel presented my footage, showing Karen throwing Emma's wheelchair. "The plaintiff's yard is county land, and the victim's equipment is federally protected," she said. The gallery cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. "Karen's finished. Sarah's our queen." Chun testified, voice sharp. Karen's attack violated federal disability laws. Her fingerprints are on the chair. She showed the mangled frame, sparking gasps. Linda announced the council's $200,000 HOA fine and dissolution vote. The crowd chanted Emma, Emma, as kids waved painted wheels, symbols of our win. Tom showed my camera logs, proving Karen's intent. "Sarah's evidence crushed her," he said, sparking applause. I unveiled an Emma's Haven sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my yard status. "This is Emma's home, not Karen's," I said, sharing it online, a wheelchair under a federal seal. The forum erupted. "Perfect. Emma's legacy." Torres reviewed the evidence, footage, badge, prints, calling it irrefutable. Karen, pleading not guilty, claimed Emma's chair was a nuisance. But Rachel played her rant, exposing her lies. Torres ruled, guilty on all counts. 8 years for Miller, $1.2 million in damages to Sarah, and HOA dissolution. The gallery roared as Karen collapsed, broken. My digital dossier, footage, badge, indictments, was handed to the press, ensuring conviction. News ran it live. Federal inspectors' evidence crushes HOA Karen's attack on disabled daughter. The crowd surged, music blaring, as Emma's Strength Day plans took shape. I gave the mic to Emma, who shone. "I'm strong," she said, smiling. Neighbors hugged her, guarding our home in solidarity. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph, proof our courage could outshine cruelty. As Emma beamed, justice struck. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like "Federal Inspector Saves Disabled Daughter from HOA Karen" and "Emma's Strength Triumphs." The live stream hit 400 million views, with hashtag #KarenHurtEmma trending for weeks. Fan art of Emma's wheelchair as a justice symbol flooded the forum, and disability rights groups invited us to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying, "This is about my daughter." Emma's Strength Day was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, ADA advocates, touring my farm, dancing and unveiling the Emma's Haven sign. Meadow Mart catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying Emma's courage to my lake's bluefins. The event raised $350,000 for disability aids, and federal officials hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Emma's Haven shines. No more Karens. The HOA was eradicated. Linda's vote fined it $200,000 and dissolved it, with new laws banning disability harassment. Karen got 8 years, was banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished to a prison cell, reportedly arguing over rules. "Don't harm like Karen" became a local joke painted on sidewalks. My farmhouse became a tourist draw, with visitors posing by the sign. Meadow Mart and my farm stand soared, the cafe hosting Emma nights with music and accessibility talks. Tourists flocked to Emma's Haven, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini wheelchairs, badge patches, saying Emma and I inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, footage, badge, verdicts, was studied for ADA laws influencing policy. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the fields. The forum planned an Emma Fest with music, accessibility demos, and SWAT drills, cementing our spirit. Sarah and Emma turned Karen's cruelty into our triumph. One post read, "I hired teens to support Emma, giving them pride." At the fest, under an Emma Forever banner, Linda toasted, "To Emma, Sarah, and Crescent Meadows, where strength defeats evil." Fireworks burst, kids danced, and Emma's smile glowed. Karen's attack had been a spark, but we'd built a legacy. Meadow Mart, my farm, and Emma's Haven were our stronghold, proof no bully could break our spirit. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand brave, loving, and free.